Well, my name is Steve Martin, and I'm originally from Devil's Lake, North Dakota. I'm an enrolled member of the Turtle Mountain Chippewa tribe. I'm the CEO of an energy company that I co-founded in Africa called KS Energy. Prior to that, I used to run and consolidated all of the energy business for GE in Central and Eastern Europe. Nobody has really dug into this issue of a pipeline going under such a huge body of fresh water and an important reservoir that was, a drinking water source for a lot of Americans. So I started to investigate everything that they had planned to do. There is no leak detection system in the most critical part of the pipeline, which is in the part where it goes below surface into the horizontal bore across the lake. There's no leak detection. The amount of stress that it takes instantaneously to break a pipe free when you're trying to pull it through would be enough to cause catastrophic potential failure on the pipe. So you got a pipe that's been assembled, it's welded, it's not homogeneous. There are places where those stresses can rise. And then you put it into a bore and you pull it through, it's already stretching like a rubber band. And then you get stuck or something happens, and the person who's doing it is not going to wait for an engineer or somebody to tell them, well, let's think about this. Typically, the first reaction is pull it, because if you don't get it right away and you get stuck and those clays start to swell and things start to happen, could be a complete loss of that bore.
My name is Peter Capicella. I'm a lawyer out of Eugene, Oregon. I've been working with the Sioux Nation on legal issues relating to land and water for over 30 years. So the pipeline company informed the federal government that they will discover a leak and begin the process of shutting it down within 3 minutes. It takes 9 minutes to shut the pumps off, so they're going to get this thing shut down in 12 minutes when the pipeline starts leaking. One of their pipelines in Texas sprung a leak last year. It took them 12 days to shut it down, not 12 minutes. Now, the leak detection system, it's called SCADA, that the oil companies use, has been found by the federal government to be effective 23% of the time. So less than 1 out of every 4 leaks is actually detected by the program that they use for leak detection.
That leak detection is a system that has instrumentation tolerance that would allow for a long, slow, continuous leak of about 1 to 2% of the flow of the oil going through that to go undetected. That concerned me a lot more than a major pipeline burst. It may not happen in the first year. It may not happen in the first 2 years or 5 years. It's impossible to predict because, number one, we don't know if there's a slow leak happening. Number two, we don't have a way to go down and see. There's no way to inspect it. Number three, if a company did realize that, I think we've got a slow leak, are they going to do something about it? If they did and said, I think we've got a problem, what do? You can't pull that pipe out and fix it. You can't put something down there to fix it. You basically have to abandon your entire investment, drill another bore, or find another way to do it. So I don't have faith that they would do the right thing.
It gets to the uncertainty that people are living under because the oil company won't share any information, and B, the information that they provided to the feds is patently fraudulent. The tribe's irrigation intake is right next to the pipeline. And so, we can see livestock wells being contaminated. We can see the irrigation system using contaminated water before it reaches the Missouri River itself. So that's a big concern that no one has talked about.
I don't know why water is not more sacred. One of the countries I do business with in Africa, Botswana, their currency is called pula. Pula means water, it means rain. When somebody finishes in the government an official discussion, and instead of saying, in the UK they say, "Hear, hear," and they all clap on Parliament. In Botswana, they say pula, and it basically means Minewachon, water is life. This is true. I mean, people have, you know, it's not rocket science, right? I mean, stop taking it for granted that there are people that feel very strongly about what water means to them. It's a sacred living thing.